The first niche I want to talk about in this video is Web 3.0 and all the technology that goes with Web 3.0. And when I'm talking about Web 3.0, I'm talking about the metaverse, I'm talking about NFTs, I'm talking about crypto, blockchain, all these technologies that are, allowing us to interact with the internet in a different way than we were interacting even just 5 years ago, 10 years ago, right? There is a market for writers there because it's new technology. There's a lot of content that needs to be written. There's a lot of education that needs to be done in this area. And so this is a really hot niche right now for freelance writers. The next niche is somewhat related to Web 3.0 and related technologies, artificial intelligence. Now, definitely artificial intelligence has been around for a while, but right now artificial intelligence is being used a lot in a lot of industries that are out there, right? Everything from healthcare to the military to even within schools, right? Artificial intelligence is being used. So there is still, and people still don't fully understand everything. New technologies are coming up every day. And so if this is a niche, if you're interested in artificial intelligence and writing about it, this can be quite the lucrative niche to write for. Health technology is also another niche that you can consider, especially for those of you with science related, health related backgrounds. Health technology is a really good place to go into. And actually I heard this on a podcast once, and basically they were saying, think about any industry that's out there, right? And think about the technology that supports that industry, and that's a niche that you could write in, right? So healthcare is big no matter where you are in the world. Healthcare technologies are growing and developing every day, and writers are needed to create educational documents and create all kinds of pieces, including marketing pieces like blog posts around these technologies. So health technology is another really hot niche right now. And then related to that, you have healthcare and healthcare education. So I want you to think about the WebMDs of the world, the Very Well Healths of the world, the Healthlines of the world, right? These websites have started, especially Healthline and Very Well, came along in the last decade and have done so well, amazingly well, right? And so if you want to write for such websites, they are constantly in need of writers like yourself. And so that is a hot niche for you to carve for yourself. Anything to do with careers, getting a job, interviewing, the Great Resignation, LinkedIn, and anything that has to do with getting a job, building your career. And even, right, with this channel, it's sort of a careers channel because I'm sharing with you how to become a freelance writer and how to make money from your writing. So there could be even, tangential topics like, starting your own business and so on and so forth. These are all in the careers niche. This is also still very, very hot. Now, this is definitely not a technology niche, and so it doesn't look as attractive and all that, but it is a very, very hot niche where content writers are desperately needed, and it's never going to go away because we're always going to need jobs, we're always going to need money, we're always going to have to feed ourselves. So you could trust me, you'll never run out of work. Personal finance is another area where you can do really well. And personally, when I started out as a freelance writer, I wrote in the personal finance niche. Really exciting niche to write in. Credit cards, real estate, there's now cryptocurrency. Now this is sort of related to the Web 3.0, but now we're talking about cryptocurrency in terms of personal finance. All of these facets of building wealth and saving money and paying off your debt, dealing with student loan debts, right, is always going to be a hot topic because we're human beings and we're always going to need that sort of advice. And of course, as life changes, there's inflation all over the world right now. How do you thrive in an inflated, hyperinflated world? I live in California. Houses are super expensive, so having personal finance educators, having personal finance writers is always going to be hot and new and fresh. Personal growth and personal development is also a very, very hot niche. It's been around for a long while, but as humans, we're always looking for ways to build new habits, break old habits we want to break, be more productive, be more prolific with our writing. We're always looking for ways to do better in this life. Well, at least where a lot of people are. And personally, I've read a lot of personal development, personal growth blogs. A few people come to mind, people like James Clear, people like Benjamin P. Hardy. These people have built massive brands writing about personal development. Now, they've done it mostly for their own brand and their own businesses, but you can also do this as a freelance writer in their publications that will be more than happy to take your personal growth and personal development content. One of the big questions I get often is, gee, do I have to stick with one niche? And the answer to that is no, you don't have to stick with one niche. However, I do recommend that you choose a niche or two, or sometimes even three, right? And so if you want some advice on how you can figure out which niche to write in, highly recommend that you watch this video right here.